Welcome to the You Can Fix You podcast.
Doing it again.
The podcast for all your mobility needs. Today, episode 22, we're going to be talking about how negativity will ruin your life. So a big part of us being online, something that we see very often, is angry comments from people in pain and in bad places. So some of them can just be as simple as they see us sitting on our heels, on our knees, and they just types in, not with osteoarthritis, not with knee replacements, or they see a shoulder video, you can't do that with a rotator cuff injury, and they're very wrapped around where they're at now, and they feel like their injury is going to be forever. Have you got any favourite ones you've noticed in the comments?
In the comments, I guess it is just that sort of belief. Like, they're so sure that we're all
Wrong and it is.
Yeah.
Charlatans.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that we're clearly lying just to sell people things. Like, that's probably my favourite one, is that we're just trying to trick people. It's like, well, no, we're not. Yeah. Why would we be trying to trick people? It's like, it's kind of the funniest one that I see is people accusing us of, just lying to get their money with the free content that we put out there.
The free videos, totally.
Yeah, and there was actually one comment, now that I say that, a while ago, like, oh, funny, I wonder how much money they've made off this video, making all these claims.
Not very much.
It was like 11, we checked it was like 11p, and it was like, oh, what are we going to do with all that? Shared between 7.
Wouldn't buy a friend.
Not even. Yeah. So that's probably my favourite, is being accused of being greedy, money hungry people who don't actually want to help anybody.
I can't think of an exact one, but I feel like there was one. It was some leg exercise, and somebody said, "Well, you can't really do this if you're in a wheelchair, can you?" And my brain just went, "Well, maybe it's not for that person, is it? Like, not every video is for every person.
No.
We tend to make videos fairly specific to an issue, or like, if you don't have a shoulder problem, you probably don't need a shoulder problem video."
And we do always try to make multiple videos of, like, here's where you want to get to.
Yeah.
And then if someone does comment saying, oh, I can't do that, is there anything else? Like, this is a much easier one, try this instead.
Yeah.
So you've got to think about that when you are talking online. It's like, be positive. It's like, well, I can't do that. Is there anything I could do? That's kind of the way you want to be thinking, rather than just going, I've got this thing wrong with me. I can't be fixed. I'm special. I can't be helped. And that's the biggest thing for me, is don't think you're special. If there's been loads of people that have been helped from something, it's like, what are you made of different that you could not possibly be helped in any kind of way? Sure, you might not get to gymnast level, but you might be able to get from, say, you do have a knee replacement, you can barely bend your knee at all, to having a pretty not bad functioning knee that you can do lunges with. Maybe not kneel on, but you could do lunges with, and you can feel much stronger and feel much happier as well. So you got to make sure that you're not letting the negativity of where you're at now and in pain rule over you trying anything. So one of the big ones that we got on the YouTubes, one of the old podcasts,
somebody lashing out.
Someone lashing out.
A negative comment
on
the internet.
On the internet.
Never.
What?
So yes, this was on one of the podcasts. Was talking about my disc injuries, because I have many MRI scans and confirm
your MRI meltdown.
My MRI meltdown, and all disc injuries and system of spinal cord and bone growths and all this extra stuff. So, like, on paper, I should just be written off, and I could very
verified by doctors, scans, and results.
Yeah, but
evidenced that it does exist.
And
okay, cool.
We've been doing this now for 8 years.
Officially 7, but unofficially closer to 10.
So we've been doing this for a very, very long time, and worked with and helped a lot of people. But this guy watched one video, and he decided to comment saying, he's talking the same SH1T they all talk. Some people get better, some people don't. It is what it is, thank you. I have a herniated disc for 13 years now. I've tried everything. Some days I'm okay and can move about, and some days I'm in agony and hate the world. Rough with the smooth. In it do. But I'll never be playing rugby again or anything like that. If this clown says he has all that stuff wrong with his back and he's now deadlifting, he's been lying all along.
That's a personal vendetta against deadlifting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very, very.
Yeah.
So what workout were we doing on Tuesday, Jenny?
Deadlifts, pull-ups, heavy deadlifts.
Heavy deadlifts.
And you didn't get a
pull-ups,
spine replacement?
Burpees. And I didn't get a spine replacement.
What?
It can't be possible.
I know.
Those two things aren't aligned.
You must be lying.
I must be lying. And rowing as well with loads of spinal flexion too.
Yeah.
And burpees with spinal extension. All that stuff. All combined with juicy heavy deadlifts.
Yeah.
Glorious. My
Yes.
bum feels amazing.
But this guy is in pain.
Yeah.
He feels like he's tried everything, even though we all know that's not possible. And nothing has worked for him until this point, and he just wants to get it off his chest. He wants to make sure that he's not the one that's the problem. You're the problem.
Yeah.
Because he's having such a terrible time and his life is hard. And I get that. But there's no problem with you complaining yourself. There's no problem with being angry or frustrated or upset. The problem for me comes when it brings other people down. So other people are going to read that and go, oh, maybe I shouldn't
He is
try.
a charlatan.
Yeah, maybe this guy who I thought I might try his stuff, I might try Tom Morrison's program, whatever, I might try this video. Oh, maybe I won't.
Yeah.
And that's what really gets us, I think.
But it is, because like whenever I was at my worst, like woke up, tried to turn, hurt, and immediately you go, F this. As soon as you've woken up, you tried to just turn in bed and you're like, right, I'm sore. Right, great. It's a great start to the day. Fantastic. And then you try and lift your duvet. It hurts to move your arm across your body. Great. Can't move my arm or my leg. Fantastic. And then I try and roll out of bed. And then it's like, right, okay, now I need to try and get dressed now. I can't even take my pajama bottoms off. I can't even get my jeans out of my cupboard. Using my core to try and open my cupboard hurts me more. I can't stand on one leg to put my leg through the trouser leg. I can't pull my trousers up either. I can't stand up straight. I'm trying to go in and have a pee. It hurts to try and even take the trousers back down again to have a pee. And then it's like, right, okay, I need to brush my teeth. Oh, I can't lean over the sink properly. I'm going to have to try and stand up in a way that I can brush my teeth. Great. Covered in toothpaste. Fantastic. This is absolutely amazing day. Isn't this great? I can't wait to see people. And then it takes me 7 minutes to get down the stairs, one step at a time, trying to walk down sideways while trying to hold my breathing and not just scream every swear word I possibly know. Walk to the kitchen while holding on to the wall like a completely pathetic, just shell of a thing. And then finally, okay, let's make myself a cup of coffee. Oh, great, that hurts too. And then you're sitting down and you're like, oh, great, I've sat down. Now it's going to get worse again whenever I try and stand up again. Great. What a great, and it's like, that's the way your day starts off. So I completely understand being in that bad place, but you've got to think about where you want to get to in the future, and your actions, you have control over the outcome there, and working through the pain is so important. And that's what you've got to stay focused on. And like I said, moan all you want, effing blind, do it all. Like I see myself crying, screaming, shouting while doing side planks. And like, I was like, I know I will feel better if I do this. If I get the muscles feeling active, I will feel better. And that's kind of the biggest thing that you want to focus on. And it might, it took me a year to get to where I got to, like the first time. And then even last year, I did have that one big flare up again. So I was like 8 years, not bad. One big massive flare up again. And like thinking, oh no, this is it. I'm definitely broke this time. And I'm fine again. Wow, it's like it's like the stuff works. And yeah, so it might take you 99 times of doing something not right or the wrong things, but it might just be that 100th time where things click and it's finally like, oh right, that's what I've been doing wrong every time.
And I bet you throughout all of this, when you're in so much pain, you were a ray of sunlight. Just a joy to be around.
I was an absolute delight. I greeted my wife in the mornings with a "How are you,
wonderful,
dear?"
darling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lovely to see you.
Yeah, my children run up to me and say, "Papa," and I would have said, "Come, let me hug you, children." No. I wouldn't have uttered a word to anybody.
Yeah.
Like you would, like I had a face like thunder, and it was just like, stay away from me.
And even if you try to say something nice, it just comes out bad, and you're like, well. There we go.
Yeah.
That's all I got today.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. Like with me and Shelley, that over the years she's kind of learned that if I am in a bad mood, she almost will pull me on it and say, "Am I a problem here, or are you having a bad day?" And it's not related to me. Why are you taking it out on me?
Yeah,
and that's you get away with things with your partner, so you will just lash out because
totally,
you just can't get away with it. It's a tried and tested method. So why would you do anything else? Why would you try and do things? So over the years, we've got much better with addressing each other just in our own relationship of going like, have I done something, or are you having a bad day?
Everyone has bad days, and to try and not have a bad day when you're having a bad day is terrible. I mean, that's just a recipe for disaster. So yeah, like just being aware of what's happening around you, who's in what place, give them space if they need space, or be present if they need you to be present.
No, that was a big help for me as well. Like sometimes if we would have had that conversation, Shelley, I would have broke down and says, I'm just really sore and I just don't want to be. And almost having that wee whimper helped,
Yeah, tricky when it's online because you're not seeing somebody in life. You can't feel their energy. You can't see how they are. So all we can see are the words here. We're going to read it in whatever mood we're in, or sometimes it makes us read it in a different mood depending on how it's typed. Sometimes some comments are in like somebody's second language, so there's maybe not the same niceties that would be in if you're in a native language, so all these things. And yet the comment section is such a quick place to go to if you're checking out a video to see, well, is this worth watching? Is this going to be good information? How have other people found this? And if the first comment you come across is really negative, well, that's straight away going to influence how you receive all the information in the video.
And that's we really want to help people like that, because there's such a barrier. But the barrier is you're the big issue, like because you're so wrapped up in your own negativity, especially if you don't have a good support group. Like one of the biggest blessings for me when I was injured was I had to still work in a gym. I had to go and be around people exercising, and it was like I was still actually getting to meet people that had injuries in the past and they were okay. And that was like, oh, maybe I could be too. And just having that maybe is so powerful. Like maybe I could actually get through this. But if you're sitting at home alone and you've cut yourself off from everybody, because when you're in pain, you don't want to do things. You don't want to go places. I can't sit in a car for 20 minutes and go to a concert. I'll be wrecked. I can't do X, Y, Z. And you just get so caught in your own little world that you're just going to confirm your own bias that like, well, I can't be helped. I've tried everything. And it's like, well, when's the last time you actually cut up? I was like, well, I did like 3 weeks ago. And you haven't done anything since. You don't realize how bad you're being sometimes. Like
it's because it's normalized. Whatever your experience is what you assume everyone else has, forgetting that no, we're in our own little bubbles. We're all making up as we go along.
Which is one of the great things about our Facebook group, the Simplistic Mobility Method Facebook group, is that every single person in that group is there because they've either had or currently having some kind of pain. So everybody there understands what it's like to be in pain and feeling hopeless and frustrated, but they're all there because they're trying to work on it. So even if you don't have that community at home or in real life, which is very difficult to find, because a lot of people aren't into health and fitness and
even if you do go to a normal gym, often everyone's got their headphones in, nobody's speaking to each other,
and everyone's like, you got that mix of young people who've never had an issue, or you've got just too much variety to maybe find someone who can relate to your issues. But the SMM group, we have a variety, but in a different way of like, everyone's here for the same reason. So,
it's an online community of like-minded people
totally
who are just out there trying to, get pain-free, stay pain-free, and live great lives.
And they're so inspiring. Like every day you see positive posts.
I never thought at 67 I'd be doing this, or just playing. Like, well, it was really one nice one from Steve the other day, just playing with his kid.
With
like,
the leaf fight. That was lovely.
Just playing with my kid.
Like, what's your why and stuff.
And what's cool, because it's real, it's not just everyone sharing their wins, there's people sharing their losses there. It's like, you know what, I woke up today, I've got a back flare, I feel really crap, I thought I was over this. And they're not, they're having a bit of a whinge, that's okay. And then all the comments just like score underneath it. It's like, oh, I've been there, you've got this, like, so supportive.
And usually like in 3 days time you get a wee update post from them saying, oh, I ran through this and it helped me so much. And it's just that, well, maybe I could do that and I might be all right.
Negativity is going to happen, and we're not saying that it's wrong
No,
Feel
you're trying to protect yourself. Your
Yeah.
brain's trying to protect you because
Yeah.
you're in pain, but it's actually normal for pain to get slightly worse as you're trying to improve something.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just immediately take that, well, that didn't work then.
Yeah.
It's like you might need to do this thing 3 times a day for 6 weeks before it starts to really help.
Totally.
That's very hard to do.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, imagine that someone says, I need you to punch yourself in the nose every day for 6 months and you will feel great. You'd be like, no, that'd be
And
sore.
it's not even that initial, like, that you might go, okay, yeah, logically that makes sense. I need to teach my body, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's been working a certain way for 10 years, which led up to this injury, so I need 6 months to retrain it. You might even on the outset acknowledge that, yeah, okay, I can do that. But then the reality of it becomes very apparent very quickly, and you suddenly lose faith in that, and you lose hope and trust and go, well, no, this is actually worse, and you get scared. And
It's been 10 days. I'm tired.
yeah,
Things are happening in life that I need to
Exactly.
deal with. I don't have time.
yeah,
Somebody in my life, when I told them what I was doing, said, well, that's a bit extreme. And suddenly you're discouraged and you're like, it's so hard to
probably
stay.
rest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You just need to sleep it off. It's fine. Take some
You tried
paracetamol.
turmeric?
The real fish oil.
Real fish oils? Yeah.
So having
Yeah.
that circle around you that they talk about the 5 people you spend the most time with is who you become. If you don't have that positivity around you in real life, get it online. Find the SMM Facebook group, but try and find a way of insulating yourself and protecting yourself in a positive way rather than just shut off the world and give them the middle finger sort of thing.
Totally. Because there's always something you can do.
Yeah.
And even if that means starting way back into a variation of a movement that you feel is too easy or embarrassingly easy, or like, this isn't even doing anything, there's no point in me even doing that. There's always point in doing something. So earlier we were talking about squats and how someone might not be able to do a squat and just go, no, it's too hard for me, too much for my knees, it might be too much for my back, or whatever issue a squat might cause. But sitting down onto not even a low sofa, but a higher chair or stool, maybe even holding on to a wall or a person, and then getting yourself up and down, that's a squat.
Yep.
And then the second thing was the power of adapting and wiggling and exploring that movement. Maybe it hurts your knees if you try and do it with your feet quite close together and pointing forwards. But say you move your feet slightly wider and point your toes out, you might suddenly find you can use your hips and glutes a bit more.
I had a guy that came to my gym and legit had leg surgery, so one leg was longer than the other. And the way we got to squat was, almost a 1 foot difference front and back. So his legs, when he squatted down, he was able to maintain like a level pelvis.
Yeah.
And I mean, that breaks every rule that you can think of.
Totally.
But it worked for him.
Yeah.
And that he was able to squat pain free. Great. But how do you, that if you're just working by yourself and you follow all the rules, you might not come across that. So it's okay to bend the rules a little bit, try a wiggle, but also seek that sort of have somebody else take a look at what you're doing.
Yeah.
And, whether it's a coach or take a video or just like figure out a way to be creative with it.
Yeah, we've seen some weird stuff at seminars. So sometimes people are having pain with glute bridges and they're like, it hurts my lower back when I'm doing these glute bridges. And you're like, okay, try moving the feet out and see what this is like. And then you'll come back to them later on when we're doing the thoracic bridge press, which is when you have one arm down and you have to extend your hips up into the air, pretty much exactly like glute bridge. And you're walking past this person and you're like, you okay? And they're like, yeah, what? Yeah, do you see what your hips are doing there? And they're like, and then it's like, try your glute bridge again. So you know that it feels okay if you got one arm on the ground. Don't change your feet position. Just stay where you are. Try it again. It's like, oh, it doesn't hurt. It's like, just sometimes having that explained to you, it's like you might be doing that thing in multiple places, but if you are in a position and it hurts you a couple of times, your brain can save that as a danger. Don't do this because it hurts when you do that. But it's like if you can change the position slightly and still accomplish the movement, and if you need to make it easier or whatever, or just a variation of that, you might just overwrite that because your brain will go, oh, that feels okay, actually. I'm okay there. Well, it's like, thanks, brain.
And the classic, like, what you're told in a magazine or something is that, oh, deadlifts are bad for you. Well, how do you pick up anything? You deadlift it. That's stupid.
It's the one I like to come back sometimes when someone comments saying, like, if I say, because we did a strongman seminar and I'm talking about heavy weights for the dumbbell shoulder rotation, stuff there, and someone will comment and saying, that weight's too heavy to do. You'll hurt yourself.
Do you know how strong these people are?
It's like, yeah, to these people it's really not, but for another one it's like, I didn't watch Eddie Hall deadlift the 500 kilo world record at the time and go, you know what I'm going to try in the gym tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's like, give people a bit of credit. It's like, they're not going to try the heaviest thing right away that they can.
Just because they saw someone else do it.
Yeah, and it's so strange, you know. People like to believe the body's super fragile, and it's like, it's really not.
It can be super robust.
Yeah, like go and watch parkour fields for 30 minutes or MMA fights for 30 minutes. You'd be like, whoa. Yeah. And then they get up and they're like, yay, let's go drinking. Let's go party. So
yeah, the body adapts to whatever it gets used for, and if it gets used for nothing, then it adapts to staying still.
And so much of it is just, it's in your mindset of it. It's like, oh, if you think this is going to be bad for you, okay, it actually probably is, because you're going to hold yourself back. You're not going to give it a proper go. You're not going to prepare for it. But if you go in with it of like, no, I want to try this, I want to really make this work, you're going to work a little bit harder. You're going to engage the muscles, maybe build it up more patiently. And so it probably is going to work for you. So that sort of attitude of curiosity, of like, oh, well, how could I make this work? And same thing if you're looking at a comment, instead of getting rage baited and be like, well, no, you're an idiot, you kind of go like, are you okay? Are you having a bad day? Or like, sorry to hear that for you.
This?
Like, have you tried something else? Try this video. Or, you know, it's one of the toughest skills is to stay curious, but it's such a powerful sort of life hack.
Yeah, and I do think, like, I do like that thing, like, you're the 5 people you hang out with thing, you're kind of influenced by them, but I do think you have a bit of power over your friends too. Like, I definitely know that I'm a more positive person from knowing Jenni for years. Like, she has trained a ton of negativity out of me over the years.
It's exhausting.
Yeah. How could this happen to God's favourite princess?
Sorry for giving him that new phrase.
I love it.
What is this?
It's a new phrase for me, that any minor inconvenience that happens, like, you know how much I hate minor inconveniences. For me to just be like, how did this happen to God's favourite princess? I absolutely love it, because amazing. Like,
tried and tested.
You know, life's awesome, and yeah, sure, you get frustrated at some things, but yeah, for me, you got to think about all of the great things that you've got going on as well. And if you do have one thing going on, you do have other things as well. And moan all you want, but the woe is me gets you nowhere. It really just does not help. You can scream, you can fight, you can shout, whatever, but if you're actively working on it, you will make progress. Like, argue with me right now. If you make all of the joints in your body move better, all of the joints in your body move better, be more stable and more strong, and do some sort of mobility stuff regularly, how would you not start to feel better?
Well,
just give me a minute, cause
I'll think of something.
You're a clown. And you're lying.
You wear sparkly suits.
Told you having confidence.
No, exactly. Yeah,
but like, there is then I have a labral tear. Yeah. Well, if it's been 6 months and you've been trying to, me too. Yeah. Actually, yeah, you do. But
just the one. Oh.
If it is a type that is frayed in a way that it does cause irritation, well, go. You've done if you've really, really properly tried movement for 6 months to a year, go get it fixed then, and then do the movement stuff again, and you'll be okay. Don't just go, well, that's my wrecked shoulder or hip then.
Yep, that's it now. I want to have one of those.
Your last resort is going to be the surgery, but there's so much stuff you could do up until that point. And if you have tried that stuff and it's still, you'll be like, oh, it hasn't worked, but I guarantee you're probably 75% better than what you would have been if you hadn't tried. And it's like, well, then if you did have to get that surgery, it's like, oh, hey, that's the fastest recovery I've ever seen from that operation ever. Yeah. That's something I always like to bring up with people that have had hip replacements and that have done SMM. If they've had to get the other one done later after doing SMM, they're like, that recovery was so much easier. Number one, they've been through the hip replacement before, so the body knows what to do. But number two, it's like their hip was stronger and more stable, and the muscles were trained in a way that they knew how to move. Yeah. So after that operation, it was so much easier, you know. Yeah. So
do you know that graph where it's experience along the bottom and like confidence up the side?
The Dunning-Kruger effect?
Yes. Yeah. And you start off and you get a little bit of experience, a little bit of knowledge, and you're like, I know everything about this. This is great. And then you learn a little bit more and you're like, I haven't even scratched the surface. I don't know what's going on. And then this very slow incline. I feel like that is so much of exercise mobility and sort of injury rehab, where so many people, they read one article or they see one video and that's now that they know everything about it. And now, well, of course that's not going to work, or this is the best thing ever, you should never try anything else. And then you push a little bit further and you realize, you know what, I don't know anything, I'm going to try everything. I'm going to try so much more, and through trying everything more, then you build up that confidence and reassurance that you know, most things are probably fixable somehow, or at least you can achieve a lot more than you probably would at first have thought.
But I think that's best case scenario.
Yeah.
I think what a lot of people get stuck at is say this is a point of injury or something has happened or pain has occurred. They'll try something and there's like, yeah, let's get this fixed. And then they go right down to that trough of like, oh, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how to fix this. Oh, nobody knows how to fix this.
Yes.
Oh, this is it. And instead of embarking on that gradual incline where you do eventually get back out of it and find what works, it was so hopeless in that moment that they're just like, yeah, you know what, this is just my life now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is who we try to help. You know, we're a business who sells hope, really, more than anything else. And we try to reach people.
Well, because hopefully, you know, well, you want people to be able to stay on top of things when things are going well. Sometimes the mistake is things are going well, I won't do anything to, you know, make sure that nothing bad happens.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
I feel great. Nothing ever. Oh dear. Yeah, most people that are coming to us, it's not for no reason. You know, something's happened, it's gone wrong. Like, And
very few people have the foresight to do prevention.
Yeah.
Us included.
Yeah. Oh, you don't care about an ankle till you sprain one, and then it's like, well, everything's harder now.
Yeah. Oh, I use that ankle quite a lot, actually.
Yeah. I didn't know my back was involved in everything.
I don't know if you guys remember this song from years and years ago.
You gonna sing to us, Jim?
No.
Yay!
It's Somebody I Used to Know by Go To.
Oh yeah.
JP's gonna sing. There's a line in.
Have to cut me out.
That's the one. It says you can be addicted to a certain kind of sadness, and I think
is that the lyric?
That's one of the lines in it. That's not the whole song.
I don't know lyrics to songs. Yeah. It's just not a thing I know.
You just sing from the heart, JP. You don't even know the lyrics. See?
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. Sweet.
But I think it's true. You can be addicted to a certain kind of sadness, and it's comfortable, and it's like, instead of doing the work to bring yourself up, which is really uncomfortable, really scary, very painful, and a high chance of failure, or that's what it feels like at least when you're in that pit. So the easiest thing to do is bring other people down with you, and then you can suffer together, and you feel comfort in the fact that, oh yeah, I'm not the problem. There's a legitimate problem here. Look, we're all in this same situation and we can't do it, so let's not do it together.
Yeah. It's like when you see somebody who's really successful and they just tip over that point of like, everyone's behind them. It's like, oh, it's so great to see that person do it. That person deserves to fail. And all of a sudden it just tips into like, no, we need to pull them back down, because if they're doing well, the rest of us can't. It's kind of similar to that.
Yeah, just because you can't. Yeah, there's a point where you encourage people and go, oh, that's great, when they're in that realm of, I could probably still do that.
Yeah.
But as soon as they get past that point of, I could easily achieve that, or I probably could catch up, you're like, oh no, look at them. Oh, they've gone way too far. Look at them.
So extreme, exactly.
So they need bringing down a peg or two. That's a weird quirk of most of us, I think. It's like a weird human nature thing.
No, you don't want to not be good at something, so it's better to just say that thing's stupid.
Yeah.
Not doing that.
Yeah.
That won't work.
Which is why I love our positive group.
Oh yeah.
Because even though those things exist in our human natures and we have this negativity bias and all this, like, you can still be positive, and if you're around enough people, some of them are going to be positive.
Oh yeah.
Just
well, that was the thing, when
gravitate
because I shared this on Instagram as well, saying, you know, because I says I don't like other people trying to bring other people down. You know,
did you get people replying to that?
I got a good couple of messages. I was like 4 or 5 messages come back. And someone messaged saying, "Unbalanced Tom, you give me my life back. Herniated discs, stenosis, and rheumatoid arthritis. The discs pushed me into a dark place. I couldn't even dress myself. I'm a PT, and it was so hard for me for so many reasons. I found you through one of the many hours of Googling to try and find a solution because I knew I could feel better. And SMM not only got me dressing myself again, but it renewed my career. You're the only professional I totally trust with any movement and pain issues. Wow. And I tell all of my clients about you. You've helped save them too." Like,
that's amazing.
That's cool.
You know, and there was a couple of only.
So many coaches get into coaching because they experience the pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember the first time I was at a seminar and a guy came up to me and says that I only started PTing because of you helped me with my back pain and I went to other people.
That's
I
crazy.
cried.
Oh,
I was like, I was so proud. Was it proud? I don't know. I was just really overwhelmed. It was like imagine, like I couldn't believe I could have had that impact on someone else's life.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, and they're such a nice guy and oh yeah.
That's what
awesome.
you want, though. That's the impact you want to have on other people. That's how you want other people to remember you. Not thinking, "Oh, that was the person who made me give up on myself."
Yeah.
That was the
You know what I want my life to be.
that was the comment that made me decide there's no point in trying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want people to think, you know what? I saw them trying something, and so I thought I could try too.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, that's what we do. Why we do what we do.
Yeah.
It's to change people's lives for the better.
So yeah, like if you don't have that in your life at the moment, there's, for whatever reason, you just can't find a gym, you can't find people to do that. Check out the Facebook group, Simplistic Mobility Method. If you're not on Facebook, go to our website.
TomMorrison.uk.
Yeah, that's the one.
And if you think we're lying, then go to the YouTube channel, watch a bunch of YouTube stuff and just the stuff, and give it a go. Just try.
Just try it.
Look for the beginner ones, look for the easier ones. Almost look for the stuff at first that you're rolling your eyes going, "Ugh, this is too easy."
Yeah, that
and
can't
then
work.
do it 10 times and then try another one.
10 times slowly.
10 times slowly. Look for the things that you can do and you will start to notice that you can do a lot
Even more. Yep.
Stay positive, folks.
Sweet.
Life's pretty sweet.
Yeah, pretty good.
Cool. See you next time.
See you later.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.